I'm Hafa, and this is how I went from wimp to aesthetic. I know the pain of being skinny and weak, while everyone online just seems to effortlessly become buff. But I'm not going to tell you to stop comparing yourself to them like everyone online does. Instead, I'm going to tell you my story and 3 of the lessons that I learned along the way so you can also become aesthetic. Not all muscles are created equal. If you want to look the most aesthetic and the most attractive, then focus on these key muscles. The traps, the abs, the biceps, the lateral delts, your neck, your upper chest, and your lats. When I first started working out, I knew that these were the aesthetic muscles because of YouTube. But unfortunately, I kinda took that information for granted. And so for a good 3 to 9 months, I didn't prioritize these muscles at all, and instead focused on getting big arms and a big chest. As you can imagine, at the end of those months, I was sad and upset because I didn't notice myself getting that much more aesthetic. I felt like quitting. But then, me and my genius brain just realized we weren't prioritizing the aesthetic muscles. So I rewatched those YouTube videos, and I shifted my workouts so that I can focus on them. And now, I'm finally seeing incredible results that I'm really happy about. Overall, what I learned from that experience was you need to prioritize the abs, upper chest, lats, neck, lateral delts, traps, and biceps to get an aesthetic physique. And so what you can do is reflect on your workout and see which muscles you're hitting the most. If you're already hitting all of these aesthetic muscles a lot, then perfect. You can move on to the next lesson. But if you're not, see if you can reduce the volume of one of your non-aesthetic muscles and increase the volume in one of your aesthetic muscles. So for example, if you're hitting triceps a lot on your push day and you're kind of neglecting your lateral delts, then reduce the volume for your triceps and increase the volume of your lateral delts. Now, even though this may seem obvious, this is so crucial in your journey to becoming aesthetic because if you don't hit the aesthetic muscles, you're just gonna look like another one of those gym bro meatheads and not have the body of a Greek god. While hitting the correct muscles is important to becoming aesthetic, if you're not doing your exercises with peak form, then I'm sorry to say, but you'll see really slow progress and you probably won't even see that much progress at all. The idea here is that you'll never be started off with bad form, and over time, it will get better. I remember about 2 months ago, I was at my gym hitting legs and shoulders when a guy came up to me and he told me, "Look bro, you're doing the exercises too quickly." He was right. I was kind of swinging the weights and I didn't even notice. So I decreased my speed and I started doing it correctly. But that guy kept coming back to me and saying that I was doing it all wrong and that I was still doing it too quickly, even though I wasn't. This really got to me and I ended up decreasing the weights for every single exercise that I did. Even if they weren't leg exercises, I decreased the weight. So unfortunately, my progress really took a hit for the next 2 months. But after those 2 months, my personal trainer told me that I was going way too light. And that's why I wasn't gaining any muscle. That's why I wasn't getting any muscle. So I bumped up my weight a bit above what I was doing before. And I kid you not, that in 1 month, I got around a kilogram of muscle. However, unlike common advice and what that guy was telling me in the gym, when I re-increased my weight, and I started doing it with like heavier weight afterwards, my form got better and the weights that I was using skyrocketed. Now let's get into what you can do. If I were you, what I'd do next workout is I would get my phone, I'd place it somewhere where I could fully see myself doing the exercise, and I would record myself doing the exercise. And later, I would go review my form and find ways to correct and polish it. If for some reason you can't record yourself doing the exercise in your gym, what I'd do is I'd go in front of a mirror and pay extra attention to the form that you're doing it and see which points you start swinging it and be extra aware of where your form loosens up a bit or where it like kind of falls off. To find out how to improve your form if you're like kind of clueless, go to YouTube and see how influencers are doing it and then compare your form to theirs. See if you can pick up on any cues that they give out and see if you can like see anything that they do that you can implement into your own form. And then once you have solid form, feel free to increase your weight because now you know that you're doing it correctly and you won't get hurt and you'll maximize your progress. Also, if the YouTuber or influencer tells you to do something that feels weird and that doesn't feel right for your body, then don't do it. Find out another way to do it or scrap it completely because there's no universally correct form. It varies from body to body. Also, as a quick note, your form won't be perfect all the time, but don't let that stop you from increasing the weights that you're doing. However, big however, if you continue to have bad form even after doing everything you can to correct it, then it's not a form issue anymore, it's a weight issue. And the weight that you're using is too heavy. So what I do is I decrease the weight, start doing a way where you can reach failure, or you can get close to failure while keeping good form. You now know how to work out and you now know which muscles to focus on. But without a good workout routine, there's really no point in following any of these steps. They don't matter. The exercise you do doesn't matter. What really matters most when we're talking about gains is the split that you're hitting or the workout routine that you're hitting. I'm at the gym and it's a Monday. Usually on Mondays, I work out with my personal trainer, but today she couldn't make it, so I didn't have a workout to do. But luckily for me, I can mix and match the exercises that she gave me in each of my workouts for me to do alone to build a super workout for me to do today. But I didn't do that. Instead, I winged it. I decided to just raw dog my workout because it seemed fun and I never did it before. Honestly, I was just expecting to be lost and I was just expecting to have the worst workout I ever had and to never do this again. But it was actually the best workout I ever did. I pushed myself way beyond my limits. And for the first time ever, I actually felt excited to reach failure. I wanted to reach failure with like a burning passion inside of me because I was so hyped and pumped about my workout. After hitting that workout, I felt like a champ. And I became more motivated than ever to work out. So what am I trying to get at here? First is that this is not me saying that you should work out without any structure. Have structure, but focus on the exercises that hits your chest best and not the guy who's recommending you that exercise's chest. So for example, if hitting the dumbbell chest press activates your chest much better than hitting the bench press, like you feel it much more, and it's overall better than the bench press for you, then forget about doing the bench press and only focus on the dumbbell chest press. What matters here, at the end of the day, is the enjoyment that you get from your workout and the intensity of your workout. Now before you run off into the gym, I want you to build a workout routine around the 3 primary muscles, which are the chest, the back, and the legs. Do this by deciding the days that you hit each primary muscle. Search online on how you can structure your workout routine around the primary muscles. And don't forget to include the secondary muscles like the biceps, the triceps, and the shoulders, just to name a few. Now I'm about to contradict myself here, but I want you to go to those videos that I was bashing in the beginning. I want you to find these videos about the top 5 best chest exercises or top 5 best abs exercises. I want you to do this so then you can get some exposure on chest exercises and ab exercises. And so when you're building a routine, you'll have some exercises in mind that you can put into your routine. And then I want you to try them out. If for some reason you don't like that exercise, then swap it out for another one. Keep doing this until you have a workout routine that you love. And one quick piece of advice, what I'd do is, if I was you, is I see which movements you don't like the most. So for some reason, the bench press movement feels really uncomfortable. But if you bring your elbows a bit inside and start doing like more of a dumbbell chest press, and this feels much better, then find exercises that model this movement or that are similar to it. So then all your exercises will feel great. And keep doing this until you build a workout routine that you just love. And then if for some reason you grow tired of those exercises, then swap them out for another one. That's the beauty of this. By focusing more on your enjoyment of the workout and how your workout is built, and not on the best chest exercises or the best shoulder exercises to hit, not only will you put your aesthetics on the fast track, but your enjoyment and probably consistency in the gym will skyrocket. So there we go, that's the video for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Just as a quick recap, here are the 3 lessons I learned about becoming aesthetic. 1. Focus on these muscles: the traps, abs, biceps, lateral delts, neck, and lats. These ensure that you'll be looking like a Greek god, not just another musclehead. 2. The only way to get good form is by initially having bad form. 3. Focus less on finding the best exercises to hit and more on your enjoyment and which muscles you're hitting each workout.